Welcome into Dragon Ball Super Dope. My name is Kyle. Thank you for checking this out. Gave you guys a bit of a heads up the other day. Gonna be digging into some back episodes. Coming up on 300 episodes now or something like that. We're well over 300 if you count like Patreon stuff and all the stuff that's been deleted over the years, but coming up on 300, there's a lot in that back catalog. And I thought it was appropriate, seeing as we just came up on the 5th anniversary of the final episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 131. I think it was March 28th, 26th? Doesn't matter. We just passed the anniversary, and I thought it'd be fun to go back and relive some of that excitement that we had that night. I remember we had a big party. And then just kind of weigh that against what present day Dragon Ball looks like and, excitement level for it today versus back then. I won't say lack of excitement because we're still excited, right? But listening to this episode was a real trip, man. Like, it's a big party. I had to figure out some creative ways to edit using like some sound from a Facebook live stream because we did a live watch party. Remember back when we had a Facebook page? There's a lot of you on that Facebook page. And it's weird to like hear me calling out names to people and comments they made throughout the feed throughout the course of the episode and be like, oh, I wonder what happened to that guy. Oh, I wonder what happened to that guy. We've had a lot of community members come and go. We'll have some more on that in a minute, but listening to what the super predictions were back then for me, Brandon, Mike and Norm, all the original crew, it's fascinating because here I am 5 years later like a goddamn sucker. Still making this stupid show. Obviously, I say that in jest. I love making this podcast. If I wasn't talking to you guys about Dragon Ball, I'd be talking to myself about it or like maybe Jimmy. So may as well record it and share it, right? But it is interesting to listen to like what the recording environment was in the first year when it was still like event television, every Saturday night getting ready to watch the new episode. Or Sunday afternoons when we usually used to record. So what it is now, like me meeting online with my other passionate internet buddies, talking about Dragon Ball. We all love it. But just much less beer and, I don't know, just less of a sense of gathering, I feel sometimes, through a screen versus like having people physically in the room with each other. I also miss a lot of the old crew, too. I mean, I still talk to the majority of them. So nothing weird there. Like, I still see Mike and Norm several times a week. Still talk to Mike, still talk to Alicia. Don't talk to Brandon as much these days, but still in touch. Just, not so much for podcasting purposes, because they're not big into reading the Dragon Ball manga. Anyway, I don't know. I thought it was a fun episode to revisit. If you haven't heard this one, it's new to you. Maybe it'll inspire you to go back and listen to some old episodes. It's interesting for me to hear because I'm 5 years older now. So I hear a lot of shit I do in this episode and I cringe a little bit. But then I think about it for like another half second and I'm like, you're pretty much still the same person. You just say guy way less. You still say it though. Not a big deal. Hopefully this episode is fun for you guys to revisit or hear for the first time if you have not heard it. Maybe it'll inspire you to go back and listen to the full back catalog. It's definitely interesting to think about groups of listeners who have come and gone, some who have found us later on, some who found us at the beginning and have stuck with us. Just a lot of cool people that I don't think I would have ever had the opportunity to meet or interact with if not for making this silly, stupid podcast. With that said, I do want to say some thanks to our patrons. And I don't just mean the active patrons, of which there's a couple new ones. I'm going to save those for the end, but I've had a lot of patrons support the show over the years. I looked at all of the people who have supported at one point or another. In some cases, it's just like, here's $5 for a month. In other cases, it's like, here's $1 a month for a year. So, I don't know. Either way, just the fact that people cared enough to go look up the Patreon page, input their payment information, and give us a couple of bucks each month, regardless of how big or small that donation was. Thank you. And you know what? I'm going to thank you all individually. That's right. Number one, Jacob Peterson. Jacob Peterson was a real ride or die for a while. I hope you're all right, dude. Hope you still listen. Kelly. Yeah, Kelly. That's right. That Kelly. My Hero Academia podcast fame. Oh, also the Advice Pod. That's how her and I like reconnected after not being friends or like not seeing each other for a long time. Like I knew Kelly in high school, but not really that well. We weren't friends or anything. But then she did the creepy thing and hit us up through Patreon by just not even saying hi, just giving $5. And I was like, yo, you playing a trick on me? No, she's just a real nerd. Dukari Sanchez. Yeah, Dukari. Dukari Sanchez. A boy. I think he still follows us on Twitter. Jonathan David. And while we're at it, Amon. Yeah, that's Amaan. Amon. That sounded Jamaican and not very cool, but that is how his name is spelled. I don't think those two were real patrons. I think they actually scammed us out of a bunch of stuff. Not a big deal. Thank you to Alex. Wish I knew more about you, Alex. All you had was your first name. Brian Hebert. Jacob Perez, also a longtime supporter of the show. Jean-Claude Mini Van Dan. Talked to that kid yesterday. Earlier today? I talk to Dan all the time. He's my boy. Brian Melchiori. I didn't even realize you fell off, man. I should have. I haven't been able to say your fun-ass name for a month or two. But you know what? I appreciate your support. Here's one fan that fell off entirely on me, and I wonder about him sometimes. We're still friends on Facebook and shit. He's a great kid. Did a couple of podcast episodes about him, probably when he was feeling a little low. Now he seems to be doing much better in his life, which I'm happy to hear. I hope that continues. The legend grows. Timmy Jones. Also, thank you to Nick Morrison. He's a real one. I think he holds it down for us on Instagram. Caleb of the Holy Nerdy Podcast. Cisco Sandoval. He was one of those day one guys who found our show. I don't know if he listens anymore, but if you do, Cisco, hope you're well, man. Sean Chatty Chatterton. I will save you the story on Sean because I've told it so many times, but that motherfucker got hit by a drunk guy and a goddamn snowplow, was in a coma for like 2.5 years, and had to fucking learn how to walk again. He's still in a rehab. And you know what? Dude's killing life. He's lost like 60 pounds. He's walking on his own. The rehab has routinely stated that Sean is the greatest patient success story they have ever seen. And I love that he ties into the early story for me on Super Dope because he was, I think, the first listener that I realized we had that like wasn't one of my friends. Just some kid hitting us up on Twitter. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Then he disappeared because of the snowplow. Now he's back again. You cannot hold a man like Sean Chatty Chatterton down. Thank you for your support, my friend. Zanetta Fox. Longtime listeners of the show might know who Zanetta Fox is. Zanetta Fox is Carlton, somebody who features, and there's a rerun episode that you're about to hear, and then you're sitting through all this bullshit here at the front. If you are, God bless you. Carlton once gave us like $1, I think as a test. Like literally to see like what happens when somebody signs up for your Patreon. But he's still on the list, so I'm thanking him anyway. I love that dude. Now he just goes by Zan. And he's a very successful manager at a job that I know nothing about. MJ Pena, long-time supporter of the show. Good friend down in Texas. Very talented artist. Bridget? Yeah, we're going to talk about Bridget today, Kyle. Probably not a great idea. We're just going to thank her and say, thanks, Bridget. Glad the Patreon podcasts were a way for you to know what I was up to. And then the last one here, former patron, Brandon Paxosa. Paxosa. I like the Z and the S in that name. It's fun back and forth. And then a couple followers. We've had Hunter Hayes, Matthew Gossage, and Ghetto Kid 661. They all just follow the Patreon page. They've yet to chip in a buck. But they're on there following for that free shit, though. So honestly, they kind of got one up on most of us. Now, don't they? Then I want to thank the current day patrons, everyone who's supporting the show. We finally hit double digits, my friends. We got 10 of us in the club now. A double digit club? What? I thought we were real small in numbers. We are, but want to thank you, Roberto, Dallas Dahulk Hokovich, Victor Petrio Roman, my boy Marcus Woods. Love that dude. David Shears, Levi Lavicioso, Levi, we got to chat, dude. Reese, my mate in Australia. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And then pretty much one of the day one real fiscal supporters of Super Dope, Lil Baby Jiren, Dan Rivera. Little Baby Jiren is a person I reference in this episode you're about to hear the repeat of. So that's cool. He's been one of those people who stuck around the entire time, even when he's just lurking in the shadows. I know he's still checking our stuff out, and I appreciate all of you guys who have supported us over the years, whether you're still an active patron or not. Seriously, it means something that you put a couple bucks up, for real. You can always rejoin if you want. There's some extra stuff there right now. I think that's what spurned these two new Patreon supporters into joining. A couple of exclusive things up there the last couple weeks. One including the Budokai Tenkaichi 4 conversation, a long 2 hours of me, Rayshawn, and Hayden talking shit out. Audio wasn't so good on my end, so I didn't make it public, but there is a special extra episode. And we also just put out season 6 discussion of My Hero Academia that I did with Rayshawn on his podcast and with our buddy Josh from Dad's Anime Stash podcast. That one's up there early, unedited, uncut, bunch of extra crap in there. There for the patrons. So the new patrons, without further ado, I got to give you guys the good treatment. Hold up. Now I just have to read everybody's names. I'm sorry. Roberto, Dallas, Holkovich, Victor Petrio, Roman, Marcus Woods, David Cheers, Levi Levicioso. I wish you were a Spanish wrestler with a cool name like that. Reese, Lil Baby G, and Dan Rivera, and then two of the newest patrons, Mo Jones. Thank you for signing up for Patreon, my friend. Mo's been listening to the show for a minute. Glad you put your money where your mouth is. He also submitted a very fun post for the Advice Pod. Advice Pod, coming back soon. If you want a preview of next season and you want to see some video, check the show notes. Maybe there's a preview link there of a episode that's yet to be released. That's just on YouTube right now. Maybe it's there. Check it out. Thank you, Mo. And then to the newest patron within just the last couple of days. Thank you to Zach Rivas for signing up at that $5 tier. I feel like maybe I've interacted with Zach on some socials. Maybe. I'm not sure. And I feel like a dick for not being sure. But what makes me feel like less of a dick is that you thought we were cool enough to throw up $5. $5 is $5, man. So thank you for joining, Zach. Da na 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 da da da. You know this song, it rules. So that's gonna do it for my long pre-show introduction. Just wanted to reflect briefly on what it was like to listen back to episodes of me and my cool drunk friends 5 years ago, doing lots of immature, inappropriate crap. I wanted to reflect on that briefly and just thank the patrons and thank everybody for listening. I really appreciate you guys. Go listen to all the old episodes, or don't after today, because the show has evolved to a much more mostly coherent thing most of the time. I got to give 2018 Kyle credit, though. Like, he knew the mess that he had on his hands, and he made every effort to try to give it some structure. And you'll see that pretty much from the unconventional beginning. This one has all the Super Dope songs in it. Pretty much. Especially now that I just put in the Patreon song a minute ago. This is like the trifecta, baby. Got all of them. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for supporting the show. And we'll talk to you next week for the manga, I think. Rayshawn's coming to town. We got a couple of things playing with him as well. Maybe with Rayshawn and an old super doper named Mike Norm, maybe? All right, I don't want to tease too much. I will talk with you guys soon. Super dope! Super dope! Welcome into Dragon Ball Super Dope, episode 131. It's the finale, y'all. The end. For now. So already, yeah, we're kind of doing a very non-traditional structure for this episode, and I'm fine with it. Kind of took me all day to get myself together to figure out how I was going to put this together, but those of you who partook in the viewership of
the Facebook Live event last night. Thank you. We appreciate you. It wasn't without its struggles, though. We had a great time. So it was me, Vapin, Mike Norm, Brandon came over, Alicia and Mike came over, Mike Martinelli. They came dressed as Batman Vegeta in Boma. They're actually going to Anime Boston next weekend, so be on the lookout for them cosplaying as Batman Vegeta in Boma. It was a good night. Carlton sat in. He handed us beers. The first, 40-ish minutes of the Facebook live stream, though, technical difficulties. So for those of you who hung with us and eventually, sat in on the feed despite the fact that it was awkwardly angled, and you could really just see, like, part of my head and Alicia picking her nose and parts of Brandon sometimes and Mike's shoes. It wasn't the most ideal angle, but it was still a fun time, and we still had more than a few people drop in, leave comments, say what's up. Appreciate you guys taking the time to listen in. For those of you who weren't around or who were watching the episode, while we were watching it in another stream, that makes sense. I would have done the same thing. I want to give you the quick Reader's Digest version of our reactions to the major parts of the episode. 131 ended up being a major surprise to me. It wrapped up in a kind of uneventful way in that how everything ends up resetting. But who the hell really saw 17 winning this thing? Nobody did. So this episode was fun. It was really well animated. Frieza getting some final shit talking in there. Him and Goku ended up trusting each other to overcome, Jiren at the end there. It was an amazing episode, but here's our reactions. Okay, so after many false starts, here's us freaking out about the intro.
Thomas, yo.
Genki damn Thomas.
You gonna gank me some Thomas?
Ooh, and it's looking pretty clear too. Look.
Ooh, it's looking good.
I think this is it. High definition, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then here's us freaking out about Frieza and Jiren. Mostly the Frieza shit talk. That shit was impressive. Once shattered strength is so fragile, I can almost hear your heart shrieking.
Oh, dope. Some
Nice.
poetry right there. Afraid to be the weak. Oh my God,
Nice.
he's talking
Talking
shit.
trash.
Frieza,
Look at
baby
that,
Jiren. Let's go.
Baby Jiren.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
damn.
Oh, shit. Duck.
Oh.
Yeah. Sucker.
Fuck off, dude. Frieza's smashing this dude with a rock sandwich.
Fuck yeah.
Fear the
Switching it
spear,
up.
yo.
Switching it up.
Fear the fucking
Tag
spear.
team. Tagging him. Tag it in.
And then this is us flipping out about right around the time the Ultra Instinct song kicks in through 17 winning the tournament. Here that is.
Yeah! Yes!
Yes, lyrics and everything. Yes. Fuck, they need to have this song in the last fucking episode.
Fuck yeah, they do.
I knew they'd be fighting together. I fucking knew they would be fighting together. Because
Where's
that's the way to go
Okay.
out.
He's
Right
back
there.
up. There he is.
Yo, although we did see this
The homing
Yeah,
missiles.
yeah. Check this out. Check this out. Bam!
Bam, bam, bam. Homing missiles.
This looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does. We found a good copy.
Oh.
We all thought
Whoa!
Oh, shit, you got fucked up.
spaghetti, I'm no punchy guy.
Got one with no punchy.
Throw me at him, go! Fastball special guy.
Hell. Give me a boost.
Wow.
Damn!
Bam. Okay.
I'm like
He's
so
bringing him
proud
down.
of
He's
this
bringing him down.
moment. I'm so proud
Take
of
him
this
out.
moment.
Oh, shit.
Take him
Oh,
out!
What
shit.
if he dies again?
He can't die.
Come
He's
on.
already dead. What does he got to lose?
Come on! Oh, damn!
He's gone. He's erased.
Look
Look at that Super Saiyan power coming back.
Right? The flickering. It's flickering.
Dude, 17's gonna win. 17's gonna win. This is it.
No battle.
He knows it.
So this is trust.
ready for him to say that for these two characters.
Well, original Super Saiyan. Taking it back, yellow hair, brah.
Shit!
Android's the last one
They
left.
all fall in it.
17.
Android 17 is gonna wish for a cruise ship.
You know, he's the
That's
only...
it, look!
Oh my God! Everything! Let's fucking go!
17.
And then, of course, you have us freaking out about the actual wish that 17 makes to restore all of the universes that were previously erased.
Yeah, we knew it!
Alright. Awesome.
Straight up, huh?
Yep,
So Vegeta
Yeah.
gets his wish.
obviously.
He's like, that's the most obvious wish.
He just-
Let's go. I gotta get back to my fucking island.
Seriously.
17 MVP moves this shit along through the cliff. Oh! Oh!
He's trained so much too. His character.
Android 16, baby. Big ass influence on him.
True.
There he goes.
On both of them, 18 and
Jumper!
Yes, I'm gonna cry.
And then here's our reaction to the title song playing again and all of the still shots of, seemingly the time that's passed, or has it? I don't know. So I actually am going to do an additional segment toward the end of the episode. When we get to this part within the podcast conversation, when that starts in a couple minutes, I'm actually going to do a one-off where I break down the frame. So look for that toward the ass end of this episode. But here's the sound from the reaction.
All right.
Is that it?
think so.
You're gonna come back? Sure, yeah. It's like the end of a video game.
Bulma could just buy 17 a fucking cruise ship,
For real. Pretty sure Bulma owns a cruise ship.
right?
Went back to their daily lives. They just go back to regular life.
Right.
You know what that means? Some time's gonna pass. Some people are gonna age a little bit, maybe. Oh! Woo! And then, of course, we have the reaction to Frieza being, once again, the most badass dude in the fucking universe. This is one of the early theories that we called out on the show. Ultimately, I just always have wanted to see Frieza come back, run his army, stay the fuck away from Goku, and see what kind of power that dude can amass. And maybe we're gonna get the ability to see that. Here's the reaction.
Okay, cool beans.
Frieza's taking
Who
Planet
rebuilt his army, motherfucker?
Ew.
Obviously, we're big Frieza fans around these parts. But that's going to do it for the actual episode reaction sound that we grabbed. Again, those who tuned into Facebook Live, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys hanging out and enjoying the final episode with us. So here's what we're going to do. The podcast discussion, that's going to pick up in just 1 second. Look for the breakdown that I'm going to do toward the end of the episode. And yeah, man, Super's over for now. December seems like forever away after that fucking episode last night. That was amazing. Here's some sound about me, hopefully, not going to the bathroom to kill myself. Super dope. And that's the end of Dragon Ball Super for now.
I don't want to live anymore.
I'm gonna kill myself. If anyone's gotta pee, I'll be in the bathroom killing myself. So.
I'm gonna drown
Excuse
myself.
me?
Oh, that's what
In
they
the
call these days.
Imagine if he actually kills himself.
Live, Facebook Live.
Jesus Christ.
It's just happened before.
Technical difficulties be damned, we overcame. Make sure you guys take a listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. Where else? YouTube? YouTube? All over the goddamn world!
Do you post your stuff on Reddit?
No, the DBZ Reddit they're a bunch of dicks. They don't let you
Mike is a
promote
Reddit
anything.
connoisseur, and he says that it's like real, very
I'm
strict
not surprised
restrictions.
because you know what? A lot of assholes post on Reddit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the fucking elitist pricks.
Yeah, but you can moderate
All the
your
people
own,
that can read, assholes.
You
Yeah.
can moderate your own
dare they
subreddit,
read?
though.
What do you mean? I don't know how
Make
Reddit
your-
works.
Make your own subreddit and post some shit in there and allow other like groups and shit to get together. Since
that.
everybody
Yeah,
else is
fuck
kind of an
that.
elitist prick,
Fuck that,
you
fuck
can make your own
that. Yeah,
community.
Are you
of
saying
other
I could
people.
change the game?
You can change the goddamn game.
Change the world.
Change the game. Episode 131, the finale of Super for now.
They promised us.
Yo, they did. So we're trying to do this Facebook Live feed. We kind of have like a weird, hey, what's up, Facebook Live?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got me, I'm Kyle, Brandon, Wave.
What up,
Brandon,
motherfuckers?
Here's my
Alicia dressed as Bulma. We got Martinelli dressed as the Batman. And then we got Carlton over here being beer bitch behind me. I kind of hate that you're behind me now that I made the beer bitch joke.
Hey, can I
Oh. So thank you for those who tune into the Facebook Live event tonight. Yeah.
Maybe you'll be here. No.
What? No, we just need beers.
Oh, okay.
Carlton, help us with beers.
Oh, you
Thanks, man.
Please, what are you doing, man?
Oh, what a catch.
That's how beers get shaken up and explode, Carlton. Do you not drink beer? Carlton's just drinking vodka tonight, so he doesn't give a
Per
shit.
usual, though.
Yeah, that was last time too.
The dude just loves his vodka. At least tonight, it's not in a mason jar. It's not with like a goddamn billion ice cubes. So that's it, guys. Like the way this series ends. First of all, nobody saw 17 coming back last week. That was a huge shock.
That was hot as shit.
Yo, this girl saw 17 coming back last week.
No, he did.
You did.
He did,
I
not
made
me.
the call.
Fuck off.
I swear to God, I made the
called-
call
he called.
the day he died.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I
Because
didn't-
we've talked about this
Because
too.
he didn't explode the first. He self-destructs twice.
Yeah.
I cried.
The second
I
time
was
it
with you
happens,
guys.
it's like, oh, this time he fucking explodes and
Yeah.
dies. That was horseshit. So you saw through that, and you just like,
It was just like one. Fuck it, I'm 1 for 10. It was one of my crazy theories. Like, wouldn't it be cool if
yo,
17
I'm
didn't
like,
actually die? And
I'm
he's
like 5 for 39.
Everybody was saying Hit was going to come back. Everybody
Yeah,
thought Hit was
yeah.
hiding in
That
the park
was the
dimension.
stupidest theory,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that
No
was
way,
no.
Jose. That wasn't gonna happen. We all knew
You
it
know,
wasn't happening.
in hindsight, I was thinking about Hit the other day. I feel really kind of sad about the whole tournament because like Hit got taken out very early.
Yeah.
You didn't even get to see him do anything. He just
so
gives
much
himself up right
shit
away.
happened in the meantime that you almost forget of like how cool and how important Hit was
How powerful he is.
before the tournament. Like, dude got taken out by Jiren.
It's because, man, he went one fell swoop to
Yeah.
go try to take out Jiren real
He was
early.
erased, too.
And then he got erased. So that, like, right there, when Zeno erases your ass, I'm gonna guess
right.
How were you gonna be
the
back
clones.
on, like...
That was the worst theory I've heard.
Why did
But
he get erased?
I don't
again?
think anyone
forgot.
saw 17 coming back except you, Martinelli.
Because
except
he
you.
got
Yeah, again, crackpot.
I know,
theory,
but
though.
But I
like,
figured-
didn't he get erased by Zeno?
Who?
Everyone
Hit?
did.
Yeah,
The whole-
Zeno.
Oh,
University-
you mean erase
Yeah,
race? I was
fuck
like,
that whole hit theory. It's hot goddamn
Yeah.
garbage.
For sure.
17
hear
coming
that.
back, nobody saw.
Yeah.
I figured they brought him back just to kind of throw us off the trail because we've been
Yeah.
calling Goku, Frieza, Jiren at the end for months. For goddamn months. Dragon Ball Heroes just spoiled everything. Everything. But 17 comes back, and he's the one who manages to hang on. He literally clings onto a rock at a
our
certain point during that.
MVP weeks ago, months
I was not
ago.
expecting
He's been the
that.
MVP the
Won,
whole time,
man.
and he actually won. And you want to know else why he's the MVP after tonight? He sympathized with the audience, and he
did.
said, yo, I got some shit to do. Let's wrap this up real quick. Obviously, I'm going to wish everybody back. So
It's just like
Yeah.
when
Come on,
he
let's go.
When
He
he
didn't draw it
sacrificed
out.
himself, when he was just like, you know what, this is a human thing to do.
not even the human thing to do. I mean, the human thing to do
Like-
to wish them all back. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that. That's
I
there.
will say,
But just the way he cuts through the bullshit, no dramatic
Yeah,
pause,
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck you think I want, man?
I will say,
Wish these universes back. Come on, I gotta get back to work.
greatest-
Minotaur Island's not gonna fucking protect itself. I got 2 7-year-olds in charge, and the place has probably been run amok by poachers. No, thank you.
That should be the movie.
I gotta say, I think
Trunks and
Sorry.
Goten on the
Yes.
island trying
Trunks
to
and Goten on the
chase
island. I
poachers
Love
and
that
shit.
together.
I'd watch that
hot.
movie all day.
That'd be hot.
What do you got?
I'd say the best component, the best thing about this entire tournament was not only bringing 17 back, but bringing 17 to what ultimately becomes as a main character. Like,
Yeah, they've
that's-
totally kept it open for him to come back.
if you
And
think
Goku
about it,
exchanges those lines.
He's been more important than even Gohan.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, for real.
If you do a balance, the
heart.
biggest and greatest part of the tournament is 17. To me, I think the worst part of the tournament is Gohan.
Yeah, Gohan's
Like,
a bitch.
there was
Sorry, Turs, but
Make-
Gohan's a
There-
bitch, man.
there was
Make
no
Gohan great again, 2018.
Yeah.
I am actually getting that hat. Like,
There was like no
M-G-G-A.
great, I think,
Mega.
component.
Nigga,
What's up?
Jesus Christ! Let's not make that
so I actually.
That's way too close.
No. Listen. There's an actually hat. I
Cut.
won it. I won a gift card for this Instagram people who make their
I
own
know, quickly.
clothing. And I won a
Shit, is
$50
that the
gift card,
NSA?
which is a purple hat that says "Make Gohan Great Again," and then I won like an army yellow shirt that says "Raging Ape" and has an ape on it. It's actually pretty fucking badass, but I'm still waiting for it because it's from Canada. I won it.
Fucking
So-
Canadians.
I'll show you, Honey Boo Boo.
Fucking
That's why I
Canadians.
called you Honey Boo Boo.
Stop saying honey boo boo for the love of fucking Christ. Why would anybody in their right mind make the conscious decision to say honey boo boo?
Because I like getting you mad.
This isn't a me thing. This is a you with a weird vernacular thing. You just know that it pisses me off, so you're just fucking throwing in the extra ones.
Yeah.
Well, GD. Listen, nobody saw today coming, okay? So, first half of the episode wraps up the fight.
Yep.
Second half of the episode, the wish segue through the, they play the theme song again. You see all the shots. A few months ago, maybe not a couple months ago, I forget what it was. Puar Rage on Twitter tweeted out this beautiful goddamn theory about how ultimately it's going to wrap up with all the universes being wished back. And he even went so far as to quote, you were here, right? You guys were both here, the Buddha birthday party fucking thing. And how you're going to see Pan and Buddha fucking wrestling and Piccolo's going to be refereeing the match. And like all these things that we ultimately didn't see in the
Piccolo.
episode. But the whole idea generally
Shit
is
job of
there.
babysitter.
They, in order to show that some time has passed, they show Buddha's next birthday party. So presuming that Buddha was born just before the tournament, unless they're throwing literally you were born 2 days ago party, which I don't think is a thing. Is that a thing when people have babies? They throw a party after they've been alive for a
No,
day?
they're usually pretty fucking tired.
Yeah, they're like, fuck that. I'm going to go home with my baby. I don't want all these weird people coming over getting my baby sick.
Don't ask
Yeah.
me. I've
So
never
are
had
we
kids.
to believe then that a year passes maybe?
At least a year or two.
I
Well,
would.
Pan is at least 2 years because she's like flying and shit.
Well, she did fly around earlier in the series.
Yeah.
no, I know.
that-
during the
there's like a
Trunks
whole-
arc.
old, but she looks like a fucking baby still. So like,
Yeah,
we
they
gotta,
look
we gotta.
small enough to be held.
But she's older than Bola, so like that's where I'm confused on the
So-
age.
Look at that comment.
It sounds like, all right, we got a comment from Vape and Mark and Orm. The narrator dropped a pretty massive hint that this is only a temporary hiatus, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Quote, their endless training to their limits continues. Perhaps when a new strong opponent appears, Goku and Ko's days of adventure will begin again. Until then, this is a brief parting. Everyone, let's meet again.
Brief.
That's good enough to keep me happy.
Yeah.
Now the December hype begins! Yo, whoever the fuck that dude is, he's cool.
Hydrox 2016.
And we saw
Hydrox
that.
2016.
And we saw that Frieza cameo at the end of it too.
So-
So that's
Yeah.
hinting towards some shit.
fuck
when the
yeah.
tournament
For real,
when
yes.
the tournament started.
Frieza back in control.
When the tournament
Fucking
started,
Frieza Force.
I've thrown out a billion crazy ass
shit.
fucking theories.
Again.
But I did throw out that one where it's like, just let Frieza, help you win, bring him back to life.
I didn't even expect Whis to do
Yeah,
that.
I did not
Right.
expect Whis to come back either.
Yeah.
I expected Goku to go back to Earth real quick, and that kind of helps streamline the entire second half of the episode. Is now we know Frieza's going to be alive. We don't have to wait for them to go back to Earth, gather the Dragon Balls real quick, have Goku keep his promise. Whis is just like, this is a gift from Beerus. Here you go. What's up,
So,
bud?
what was Frieza's promise again?
Frieza's promise was to compete with Universe 7 in the tournament and help make sure that they won.
Yeah.
And that
Gotcha,
whole
okay.
piece with him and Goku
That's what I
charging
thought, yeah.
at Jiren, going at each other.
I was so proud.
It is
I was so proud.
listen,
It was, like,
I
the
bitched
best.
so much about the last few episodes. 130 was great.
Yeah, 130 was
128,
great.
129, I was unhappy.
What a waste.
This is why I'm happy with tonight.
Yeah.
I'm happy with tonight because Jiren's whole fucking thing, the line that we've been saying for whatever the last month, trust begets nothing.
Yeah.
Trust me gets nothing. Except when a motherfucker like Frieza and a motherfucker like Goku trust each other.
Some like Macho Man shit right over there.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Trust
how
me gets
how
nothing.
perfect to have a dude. And it kind of lines up with Jiren's story even further. It's another parallel to Jiren's story.
And then Toppo throws down and calls him a coward.
Toppo has that
hot.
Vegeta moment. Toppo has graduated to that actual quote-unquote second fiddle in terms of Jiren's world
We
as
got
of
pissed
today.
at that, man. It was like, too much talking. Let's go.
But whatever, the main point is the parallels between Goku and Jiren's lives, very similar things have happened.
Yeah.
Difference being Goku's got Dragon Balls, Jiren don't. Jiren loses friends, they're gone forever. Who gives a shit? Hey, what's up, Facebook?
And
Can you see that far?
Vegeta gets
6 is
his
fine.
wish because he gets to go hang out at Sadala.
But it furthers the parallel between Goku and Jiren's story. Jiren cannot trust. He cannot build friendships. He couldn't work with the dude who, on Goku's case, literally destroyed his home planet, killed all his best friends. He never killed Goku, but he's killed Goku's best friends. He's responsible for the destruction of the Saiyan race.
Well,
Beerus too, but whatever.
With the exception of Gohan, everybody on that team was Goku's enemy at one point or another.
Krillin, does he really count? I guess.
Sort. He was his first rival.
What would 11's theme be? Antitrust, not trusting each other.
It's justice,
strength. Oh,
just
strength.
the law.
Justice.
It's the law.
So the
Can't trust the law.
Justice.
Is that what this is about? You can't trust the law. First you got the law,
bum bum.
Then you got the Jiren.
sing
Top,
something
top, wheel. We've been working on a Law and Order podcast
We've
intro
seen
thing.
every episode of SVU, bro.
I was just gonna start singing "Breaking the Law."
Law and Order.
Judas Priest played last night in Worcester. I didn't go. I'm kind of sad that I didn't go.
Law and Order, super dope.
Law and Order, Pride Tupa Unit.
Do you guys want to do Law and Order super dope?
Dope.
First you got the law.
Then you got the dope.
Depends on what season.
All right, listen. We're too. Yes, they make Law and Order all the time. We're talking too much about Law and Order today, okay? Listen, the way this arc wraps up, I think we've all but confirmed the story is going to continue, obviously by way of the movie in December.
Yeah.
But that movie's just going to be a jumping off point to the new series that'll either it'll be Super picks up again. Maybe this is just a temporary break, hiatus. Maybe it'll be a new series. I'm more inclined to think that it'll be
from Super.
Given that December is a Dragon Ball Super movie and
It's
Battle of
gonna
Gods,
continue
Gods
as
in the
Super.
Left, those were DBZ movies, technically. Now that the movie in December is going to be a Dragon Ball Super movie, the next series, when it picks up again, I assume will be Dragon Ball Super.
You think Frieza's gonna try to go after Planet Sadala and be
I
like,
think
I
Frieza-
want another planet?
I
Fucking
think Frieza
Vegeta.
just fucking rebuilt his fucking army.
It looks
Dude,
like
it
it. It
matter
looks
what-
like it. The Frieza Force
He's
is back.
Frieza, motherfucker. He's the
back.
baddest dude in the
I know.
You
galaxy.
think we're gonna get the Ginyu Force? More Ginyus in this motherfucker?
Dude, imagine if he uses some
no,
kind of
because
Dragon
Frieza
Balls
was just
to
a
resurrect
brain.
Ginyu.
He
There
didn't
are
like
more
the Ginyu Force.
universes.
He'd just be like, "What are these fucking idiots doing?"
Yeah, but they're awesome. Come
All
on.
right.
Don't
Now that
get me wrong.
And-
now that
Jason's my
Frieza
favorite.
now that Frieza knows that there's Saiyans in another universe, is that how the movie ties in? The movie plot, again, for those who haven't fucking heard anything about it or listened to the previous episodes, the movie plot is not only about the history of the Saiyans, but Frieza's long, complicated relationship with them.
Did he enslave them?
I feel
What's
that
the
all
deal?
ties
The
in.
original
He
history. They were enslaved.
he
Do you think he
enslaved
wants
them.
to enslave Planet Sadala? Do you think that's his plan? Go back and enslave all them motherfuckers? Be like, oh, I want to need another army of Saiyans. You know,
Wouldn't that be
Where else
dope?
am I gonna
Especially
go?
now that the Saiyans realize how fucking powerful that they can be.
One of them does.
I
Or a
was-
couple of them do.
I was also pretty interested to see that they were able to beat Jiren without being at full power.
Well, Jiren got fucked
But
up. by
yeah,
the-
Jiren got fucked
exactly. Ultra Instinct Goku, and he says it at the end too. He Ultra Instinct was such an accident to him during this
Yeah.
tournament that was not meant to happen. He can't do it again. He can't tap back into it. Now that we've seen it, it's going to be cool to try to see him make the conscious effort to try to achieve it again. Depending on when the movie,
It's like-
if they do it in the movie or the series when it picks up again in a year.
Like Gohan's version of SS2. He's got to probably get pushed to it.
It's like a 1
Tango
HP
on?
ability. It's like
Yeah.
you get 1 HP, you
yeah.
go into Ultra
That's
Instinct.
actually not a bad way
Nobody's
to
pushing
equate
him
it.
that far, so he's not going to hit Ultra Instinct unless somebody
Let's
pushes
just
him
talk
to
about
near
the fact
death.
that Ultimate Battle was featured in today's episode with the lyrics.
Yes, good shit, good shit.
Yup.
Best song.
What a
best
way to get my dick hard.
song. Right?
She does it.
Blasting all over the place.
God damn. Oh shit, look, I got the instrumental version up here, right here, thing, right.
Yeah, man, Dragon Ball music gets me
Fucking
fucking rock hard.
Carlton, can I have a beer, please, Carlton?
You're gonna start to fucking tip Carl by the end of the night.
I just need a beer.
He's like a fucking bartender over here.
Dynamite. do. Peace.
You got to pee soon?
I'll hold it.
If you got a pee now. If you got a pee
I'll
now.
hold it.
So, are you guys satisfied with how this just ended?
Very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got, Brandon?
I feel like I just ate some sushi.
Considering that beforehand I thought shit was going to be left hanging.
I'm so glad we didn't go the cliffhanger
The
route.
fact that
I was
we got the
convinced.
battle wrapped up before the commercial break was like, whoa.
It's so similar to that
That
Foie
was-
Rage
that
tweet that we
was
talked about a month
crazy.
ago.
Yeah.
It's so similar.
And so, and then we get the added bonus. I consider it a bonus because I was not expecting it. That everything got wrapped up. Oh, balls are right here. I'm gonna just wish for
Balls are
Yeah.
right here.
Balls right here.
I'm gonna wish.
These balls are right.
I'm gonna wish for everybody to come back, and even we got the added bonus that Frieza got resurrected. Like
Frieza's gonna-
gift to Beerus.
Dude.
Beerus better know what the fuck he's doing, yo.
Dude, do you
No.
honestly think Frieza's in any kind of position to challenge Beerus ever?
No, but it just means he's gonna have to show up in more episodes. So.
I think
So. I think so.
if he goes off and trains, now that he's rebuilt an army,
Yeah.
if he goes off and trains and lets his army do his thing and starts his intergalactic real estate business, let
like,
your armies go off and
in
do
the
our
movie,
thing.
he
I'm gonna go
trained, like,
train
4
while you
days,
make me
right?
some money.
Well, here's the thing. He only trained for a couple months for this tournament of power, right?
No.
he trained 4 days.
4 months. 4 months for Fukatsu no F.
Okay.
He
Oh, I
gets
thought it was
he
4
gets
days.
beat, goes to hell.
Yep.
He comes back. He didn't train at all. He just gets transported to Earth and then the world of Void right afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
So
he
if
had a
put
limited
some
amount of
years
time.
in, which it seems like it, due to that birthday party, builds up his empire again. This dude is
So-
probably fucking bad at this point.
We're going with the assumption then that a year has
Platinum
passed within that last 10 minutes of the episode,
Yeah.
right? We have to.
Yeah.
He's
You
going
see the
crystal.
Buddha, I'm guessing birthday party. I want to go back and watch it again, honestly.
Yeah, for
like
real.
after we finish up this fucking stream, I'm going to watch the last few minutes of it again, no doubt about it. That ending was, I mean, if you guys watched the end of GT?
No.
The end of GT fucks me up even now when I watch it, knowing
cry.
full well that 20 years later the series has come back. It still fucks me up to watch it. That did not have that kind of impact on me. It gave me a sound resolution on the arc. It gave me confirmation that they're going to continue to build stories out, continue to build out the world, continue to build out the lore.
That comment.
End of Z. Well, that was awkward. End of GT. Cries. End of Super. You better come back soon, you son of a bitch. Yo, for real!
I dig it.
This is the best comment.
That is the top comment.
That's
Another
gonna be
guy
a
right
meme.
there.
That's gonna be a meme real soon.
That is
It's
the
gonna be a
best
meme.
comment. We are going to see this show again so fucking soon. In the meantime,
We just
We're-
gotta pray that Kintaro sucks.
I think Guitar really might only be on for a year. And you, of all people,
The movie though.
Hold on, whoa.
you, of all people, Brandon,
Yeah.
you called it. I think, right? So I think you got to put a lot of stock into the fact that Goku's going to be the mascot Olympic in 2020 in Tokyo
Told
Games,
you,
right?
yeah.
Kataro, what is it, the 50th anniversary this
50th
year?
anniversary, I think it's
It's
six- yeah.
likely that this is going to be maybe a 1-year limited run.
Okay.
If that's the case, it'll run from April 1st, next week,
Yeah.
to April of
1st.
next year.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
And then Dragon Ball picks right back up when Kataro's out. That'll be 4 months after the movie. You called it. Brandon Superdome! Then before we round out the discussion for the night, I did want to hop back in real quick and do a more in-depth breakdown of what exactly the last couple of minutes of this show tell us in terms of after the wish is made. You see them back on Earth. You see a lot of pictures or still shots or just little tiny clips leading up to ultimately Vegeta and Goku fighting again. SSB, you get the realization that Goku cannot achieve Ultra Instinct at will. Want to go through because I feel like there's some good indications there that potentially anyway, maybe time has passed. I don't know. If you think otherwise, please let me know. But let's break this shit down real quick. All right, lead in. Zeno asks Goku, are you going to come back? Sure, I promise. You get the dual fist bumps. Word. For the record, really would have liked to see Frieza as Zeno. Odd couple, Frieza as Zeno would have been dope. But First still shot, you see all of them immediately after the battle back at the Capsule Corp house. Vegeta and Goku still shirtless. Frieza's there. The rest of the warriors, they all just get back to the Capsule Corp house. Goku and his friends went back to their daily lives. First shot you see as the song picks back up. You see Vegeta being embraced by Bulma and now holding Buddha. Just after the battle, Bulma is obviously flipping the fuck out that they didn't get erased and that Vegeta, Goku, and company saved the day. Word. Next shot. Next shot is fun as hell. You see Trunks, you see Goten, and Marin. I forgot Marin went to this effing island with them. But it's cool. You see them, given the victory pose. Bunch of poachers tied up in the back. Looked like a bunch of fucked up tanks in the back. Looks like they had a good time. This almost reminds me of like a Dragon Ball Z movie ending. This is a cool way to have these photos wrap up, kind of the loose ends of things that weren't necessarily answered. This is fun. Next shot after that, you see 18 and Krillin going to pick up Marin, and 17 getting back to Minotaurus Island with a big ass purple Minotaurus in the background. Word. All right, here's where this kind of makes me question how much time has passed, right? So the next shot is Majin Buu passed out on a bed. Mr. Satan seemingly playing the fucking guitar has passed out, and the dog's there. Gohan, Videl, Piccolo are there. Pan is riding Piccolo's head and playing with the antennae for further perpetuating the joke that Piccolo is just Gohan's fucking housemaid. Here's where my questions of time comes in, right? So Boo doesn't end up going to the Tournament of Power because he was asleep for 2 months, right? Well, homie's still asleep. So I'm led to believe, and given that Gohan too looks like he's still all fucking battle worn and shit all over his face, this too is directly after the tournament. Next shot indicates that more time has, or some time has elapsed. The next shot you see, Tien rebuilding his dojo, Chaozu coming to get them back. You see Roshi hanging with Korin and Yajirobe, that fat fuck in the corner. Next shot, Goku getting back home to Chi-Chi, and Goten's back there as well. So I'm assuming Chi-Chi's pissed that Goku's been gone for a while. Probably pissed that Goten's been gone for the day, beating the shit out of poachers. And she's just never happy about nothing. Fuck Chi-Chi. Next shot. This is where the other part of the question of time comes in. So Goten, Trunks, Marin, setting up for a party. Goten and Trunks are hanging a banner, or Trunks is rather, just says, Buddha, welcome to the world. So, did they throw a party like 2 or 3 days after Buddha was born to celebrate her coming into the world? Because, is that a thing that people do? I don't know. Is that a thing that they do in Japan? I don't know. I should have researched it, honestly. Now, I'd be of the belief that after somebody has a baby, albeit by some supernatural circumstances, thanks to the Angel of Universe 7, Whis, Bulma just gave birth, yo. She just realized that her husband wasn't going to allow Universe 7 to get erased. My point is, she's probably tired, and she's got a little tiny baby who's real susceptible to germs and shit. Maybe I'm just making this too real world. I have a tendency to do that. But who the fuck happens a welcome to the world party for a baby? So, if they aren't doing that, is this Buddha's first birthday party? Has a year passed since the end of the tournament now? I don't know. Next shot, it's obviously a party. Everyone's chilling. Everyone's eating. You see Whis, Vegeta, Goku, and Majin Buu. Now, if Majin Buu was supposed to be asleep for 2 months, I know I'm probably reading way too much into this shit, but if Majin Buu was supposed to be asleep for 2 months, this would indicate to me that at least 2 months has passed, right? If at least 2 months has passed, and they're having a party for Bulla, a welcome to the world party, is it Buddha's first birthday party? I don't know. I think it's a valid question. Has a year passed? Next shot, you see, the Pilaf gang reacting to being the fucking janitors and the dish staff. That's wild. Then you see 17 out on his cruise ship, purchased courtesy of Capsule Corp. You don't see his family. He's probably out there riding stag. Bulma's just like, yeah, don't worry about it. Buddha looks really young in this next shot, so I'm thinking not too much time is. I'm not convinced that a year's passed, but then again, Toriyama doesn't really age. We have that he doesn't really age his characters very efficiently, if at all, sometimes. And then we have the quick shot of Pan flying around She smacks Vegeta in the head, got a big old egg above his eye. And that's when Goku and Vegeta go to duke it out, Super Saiyan Blue style. That's when we get the confirmation that Goku can't do Ultra Instinct anymore. So everyone's there at this party. Everyone is watching them fight. Everyone's just kind of, wondering. And then, of course, we get the Frieza shot immediately afterwards. It cuts away. It fades to black. And then you just see this humongous purple light, the spaceship, a million, that's fucking exaggeration, but a bunch of Frieza soldiers all just hanging out outside of this, Frieza's spaceship. And Frieza's reaction, everyone's sorry for the wait. So apparently the Frieza forces have managed to maintain themselves once again since Fakatsu no F, just like they did for, a low-key profile of 20 years before Frieza was resurrected in the last movie. So Frieza's coming back to an already built army. That doesn't necessarily lend itself to my whole has time passed thing. I don't think Frieza went out and rebuilt his army in the course of 2 days. I think his army was probably already there, and he's meeting up with the dudes, and he's like, what's up, bitches? I'm here to rule. The Emperor of the Universe has returned. Frieza's future here, he makes it very clear at the end of that episode, he's not going to reform. He's not going to be a good guy. He's going to be the badass space emperor that he is. And hey, Goku, we're cool right now. Is he going to come back for Goku and Vegeta again? Is he going to go to Planet Sadala? Is that how the history of the Saiyans and Frieza tie into the next movie? Is he going to go try to enslave, the Saiyans on Planet Sadala? Now fully aware of how powerful Saiyans can be. Is that what the play is? I don't know. It's going to be interesting, though, to see ultimately how it plays out. But the next shot is Vegeta asking, hey, Kakaroto, what the fuck happened to Ultra Instinct? Magate no Gokui. And I don't know. Is it a day? Is it 2 days? Is it 2 months? Is it 6 months? Is it a year? Does it really fucking matter? Who the shit cares, right? I don't know. I think it's interesting, though, that Vegeta's like, hey, what's up, dude? You pulling punches on me here? What the hell? And Goku just says he can't do it. Pushed to the edge in the tournament, he did it accidentally. So the fact that they're taking away Ultra Instinct here at the end, basically it was the quote-unquote plot armor to be able to overcome a foe like Jiren. Now he's not going to be able to access it willingly, so it's going to be interesting to see him, try to reach that level now that he's aware of it, now that he knows what it is. When does Ultra Instinct come back? Doesn't ever come back. Is this just kind of their way of saying, all right, now that they've gotten as powerful as gods and have mastered a form that, only a god, even gods aren't able to perfect, we're taking it away. It was just for this one tournament, and it was because he had to defeat a mortal that had the strength which even surpassed the god of destruction. So, Ultra Instinct, Aspel, plot armor, very convenient plot device, whatever you want to call it. I think looks like Goku's not going to have it again for a while, and it might come back the next time he's pushed to the limit like this. Maybe the next time he sees Jiren. I don't think you're going to see Jiren for a little bit, at least not until we're not going to see him in that movie in December. That's for damn sure. And I'd be real surprised if the series picks up again in April of next year. Like I think it'll come back in that time frame of April 2019. I'd be hard pressed to see a situation where the series picks up and Goku is, going to see Jiren right away again. If Super ends and then picks up with Jiren both times, I'm going to be a little perturbed. I don't think they'll do that. They're going to let that one breathe. Now, what I think is interesting about Vegeta's reaction is that I'll just attain an even greater power. Vegeta says to Goku, you're the last person I will ever let surpass me. Does that mean Vegeta is stronger than Goku right now that Goku admittedly cannot access Ultra Instinct anymore? I don't know, but it does definitely fall in line with the whole argument that Dragon Ball Super, while it is a series very much about Goku, it is equally about Vegeta. Treated that dude well, for sure. And now he's going to be able to fulfill that wish of going and meet the Saiyans of Universe 6, most likely in this next movie. And then, of course, they have that awesome part of, at the end, they flip back to the cliffs and they hit those old school poses from that first fight that they have way early in Z, saying strength has no limits. That also ties into the line that we got in the teaser preview for the new movie, saying strength has no limits. So it's looking like this is only a temporary hiatus. I'm excited for what the future holds. I'm very excited for this movie in December. I cannot wait for the series to come back. We might pick up with dubs as soon as next week. I actually might take a week off. I'm not sure how that's going to play out yet. I got to look at the dub schedule. But make sure you go follow us. Facebook, Twitter, DBSuperDope1, Instagram, DBSuperDope, just Dragon Ball Super Dope on Facebook. Let us know how you feel about this final episode of Super. I'm super happy with how it played out. It was quick. It was convenient. It was the expected wrap-up that we've been calling all along. I don't think we can really be that upset with how this whole thing wrapped up, especially given that it's all but confirmed. The show is definitely coming back. So, that being said, here's the rest of the podcast, the last part of it. Talk to you soon. You did this to me. I'm very, very happy with how this wrapped up today. I feel resolved. I feel like I'm going to get some more Dragon Ball. I feel like I've got 8 months to catch my fucking breath. Now, the production staff is very evidently going to throw all of their resources into making this a badass movie. And we'll talk about the movie again in a second, because I know you've got some shit to say. What are you doing? You need this?
Senkai.
They're going to throw their production resources into the movie, and then the movie will air in December, and they'll
Has everyone seen the preview of it?
Yep.
Yes. We'll have a solid 3-month bumper to be able to get ready for the show to air again in April.
Oh, that'd be mine.
January of 2019, we'll have just seen the new movie. We're not going to have Dragon Ball again right away, I don't think.
Wait, what? I thought December 2018 was the new movie coming
It is.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
It
he's
is.
saying by January
And then
we'll have seen it.
So December 2018, we'll get the movie. January through March of next year, we're not going to have any Dragon Ball. We'll still be all hyped up off the movie. Which, again, those motherfuckers are giving a lot of hints and a lot of clues that perhaps they might do a live simulcast movie. When this thing airs in Japan, we might get it everywhere.
That would be hot as shit.
I don't know if
Yeah,
it'll
man.
have like a theatrical release. It could be something that streams digitally. Toei, Funimation, all those people would be stupid to pass up the ability to debut that movie not just in Japan but internationally.
It's
Did
true,
they do that
and
for
traditionally,
the
as
other movies? Didn't they have the?
Nope, the last
It
two
was
movies.
It was dubbed.
The
In
last two
theaters?
movies, yes. No, wait.
In theaters.
Battle of Gods was dubbed in theaters in 2013.
Okay.
2015, Fakatsu no F comes out. 3 months later, the American dub comes out.
Yeah.
In
The two-
theaters.
the two
because I've seen
companies-
both of them in theaters.
You didn't see the Japanese one in theaters.
You saw the dub.
You saw the
I
dub
saw
in
the dub
theaters.
ones? Okay,
But
I
the
just-
two
it's been so
companies
long.
worked together to be
Okay.
able to say, all
Get
right.
that product out snap.
Yeah, they
you
gave
know.
it to them way earlier before the
Yeah,
movie
and then
released
it
in
got the
Japan.
movie.
Funimation and Toei were working hand in hand to get a dub
The
version.
big difference with that too is with today's world and our abilities, we've literally just watched Dragon Ball Super as it came out from start to finish. So I think that
Alicia's got a pig. Go.
she's got pee. I think that you're right that we may have that opportunity where we're going to be able to get a subbed version faster because they know the demand is just as
Oh,
important.
hell yeah.
well,
dude.
there's two things that might prevent that. First
Oh,
off,
damn it, Mike.
we have to compete with the English version of the dub, which is way behind the Tournament of Power.
Yeah.
But then again, Dragon Ball movies, they're not canon typically, so you can
But
have
they're
a movie
saying
that's
that this one's
completely
canon,
separate from
though.
the Tournament of Power and not spoil the ending of the Tournament of Power for everybody who's
I don't think so.
actually watching it in English.
I don't know,
I gotta
think you
disagree
do-
with you.
I think you do have a good point though with that dub being so far behind.
Obviously, it
Do you
doesn't
think
matter
they
for
catch
us
up in a year.
because we're watching.
No, not
They're not going to
subs.
catch up in 8
It
months.
doesn't matter to us because we watch subs, but I don't think
That's
we'll
a
get a
good
dub
point.
release
Fair enough, fair enough.
immediately.
I'm telling you, man.
And I don't think it matters. We're not gonna-
Crunchyroll, Funimation Now, all of these online services that we use every Saturday to be able to watch these episodes on big episode nights. 109, 110, the first year in Goku fight.
Yeah.
I'm sure I don't know that for a fact, but I'm sure it's going to crash tonight. I can't remember which other episodes it's crashed on. Maybe the one where Kefla and Goku fought
first Ultra
That shit
Instinct
was
comes
a good
back
fight.
again.
Yeah, best.
That was a good
Those
fight.
That command in the
things-
face.
Dude, that was the best Kamehameha
spinning
probably
around the
ever
Kamehameha
in the
and then,
series
like,
of Dragon
so
Ball.
good.
Yeah, I'm willing to say that. However,
I know there's a lot of haters, but having Kefla back, man, is gonna be cool.
dude,
that's
Kefla is cool as fuck. All those fucking women-hating assholes out there who think a female Super Saiyan is threatening their masculinity, do me a favor and jump the fucking bridge.
Bro,
Straight up.
Height.
You know what sucks? Brienne is back.
Oh, you had to go there. You had to go there. Boo! Boo!
No, Ganja, no.
Maybe the movie will begin with them just like killing that whole
We
universe.
have to go there.
They just show up. Fuck. They show up to Universe 2
fucked
for
up, yo.
for
We
a quick
fucked up.
training, right?
It's Frieza's army takes out Universe 2.
Yeah, that's where
That
it
would be the
gets.
best.
I hopefully will never see Ribrianne ever again.
No.
But Toriyama's a big Ribrianne fan.
Dragon Ball
So.
R, all Ribrianne all the time.
No.
Love to have Hit back. Love to have like
Dragon Ball Brienne.
you know Kefla Black
No,
back.
wait, no.
Thank you, Alicia.
No.
Thank you.
Duh.
You know that's the rule 34.
No.
Ribrianne porn now.
Oh no! If there's Ribrianne porn out in the
You know
world,
what? They didn't even show her. Thank God. Because
I know,
would have fucking
yeah.
screamed.
they didn't show Universe 2 at all. They showed 11. They showed 6. I think that was it. They showed 7, obviously,
I wanted to
but
just murder my eyes and my ears and just everything with myself.
don't you fucking love the real Sailor Moon though?
The real Sailor, like the old school of Sailor Moon?
I don't mean real Sailor Moon in terms of like a differentiation between the series. I mean that Ribrianne is very evidently a ripoff of Sailor Moon.
I don't know. No, I don't want to compare this.
Dude, I'm telling you, they are a rip.
Yeah, if Sailor
Ribrianne
Moon,
is inspired by Sailor Moon.
if Sailor Moon could sue them and then
Okay,
they're
which
like,
Sailor
oh no,
Moon?
we shouldn't do that
wait,
shit
wait,
anymore.
wait.
Well,
Which
that-
Sailor Moon? What Sailor Moon?
If that's the case,
Which
then
Sailor?
Just in general.
Sega might as
general?
well sue them
Yeah.
for
Fucking kill me.
Topo.
Because then I'll fucking disown Sailor Moon.
Then you'll disown Sailor Moon?
Yes, done fucking deal.
So I want to take a look over at the Facebook Live feed. For those of you who have sat with us tonight, I appreciate you. Mainly
Thank
because
you.
it was a fuck show. First, we had sound, and then we didn't have sound. And then we had a camera, and then we didn't have a camera. And then we tried 3 different cameras before Alicia's camera finally worked out up top on the guitar over here somehow.
Guitaro.
Yeah, Guitaro.
Guitaro.
So, with that being said, let me take a look through here and see if any of y'all actually submitted any questions, comments. Maybe you did. I have a lot of activity on the Facebook Super Dope Facebook page.
Nice.
If you're not following us on Facebook, you missed out on a fuck show of some live stuff. So, way to go, loser. 57 comments. Wow. GD. Got to turn this volume down real quick. Bop, 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 bop. Yo, Oscar Palomar loves SVU too. So,
Nice.
We are not doing an SVU podcast. No,
Tyson
no,
Crow,
no,
cheers,
no.
man. Tyson, you loved Ribrianne?
Fucking dishonor
fuck?
to you. Dishonor to your cow.
I don't know when you fucking said that, but
And everything about you.
Tyson, man, I thought we were cool. See you guys later. Nice to put a face on your voice. Can't wait to hear your podcast this week. We love you guys. Lots of fun stuff.
Hey, we love
I
you
imagine
too.
that we probably just lost a lot of the comments, mainly because our inability to be able to
Fully streamed.
manage social media. I think that's pretty much where we're at.
Technology is hard.
Technology blows.
Shit.
Oh my god.
What we need to do is just get a fucking video guy. What the fuck? Be a video guy.
I am the
Why didn't you use your webcam on your...
Because I can't do it while I'm recording the actual podcast itself.
So
Yeah.
I have a laptop with a webcam.
Do you have a laptop that has the song Gang 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 Ganjitazi?
Someone can play it on their fucking phone, dude.
Dude,
Hey guys, I'm a video guy.
Kermit's a video guy.
Hey Kyle.
his name's not Kermit. His name's not Kermit. It's Mike Marr.
No,
We actually almost did this operation.
It's Vegeta-sama!
It's Martinelli. That's my full name. Hey guys.
We'll do one of these to fucking close it out tonight because 131 was a success, baby.
You're here.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck else. Ready? Gan 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 ganji ganzi gu 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 manuki bam 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 gu 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 no batoru shimena ba da ba
Did you see the ovipositor?
This has been a very intense podcast. I'm
feel good
sweaty.
about that?
There's 55 people in the goddamn house. Smoky.
I'm not smoking. I'm freezing.
Mike is fucking headbanging. I think they can. Oh no, not quite. This has been a fuck show. So. Oh God! Did you just do something inappropriate?
Up to the elbows.
It's very Ribrianne like.
Brandon looks very uncomfortable.
Power of law.
Ribrianne's for her pleasure, right?
Oh, what a fuck
Ribrianne for
show.
her pleasure.
Ribrianne brand condoms. Ribri brand.
Okay.
I think we're done.
Okay.
We're gonna start dubs again. I don't know, man.
No.
Do we
I
want
want
to
to
go?
put some dubs on my wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Honestly, I skipped. Okay, so when I first started, like, I was like, all right, let me start with some dubs. And then,
You
like,
started with dubs?
Yes, because of the Sorry. because of the movies. So I had, like, it was like, I think it was in dubbed or sub. I think it was mostly in dubbed.
Dubstep.
In the movies. And I was like, wait, half of this is the fucking movie. Right? Let me just skip all of this. And I did. So whatever.
So you skipped the first two arcs that were redone for the.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is a waste of fucking time. And then
It
I
was.
just watched it in subbed. And
What?
I was like, all right, well, here
Like
we go.
a high-ranking Catholic, they were
So-
canonized.
Don't they show Bola, though, as a baby?
Sorry, Mexico.
Because that's what I heard.
What's going on in Mexico right
Yeah,
now?
dude.
Anybody check
Turn
Twitter?
on CNN. See if
Anybody
there's
check
riots.
Twitter?
Right.
Oh yeah, I want to
Oh,
know.
Oh man, we
This'll-
gotta check. Is
this'll-
Mexico still there? Is Mexico still a city?
This will be crazier than when the
I feel
season
like they're
finale of
probably
sports
fine,
ends.
right? Mexico has to be fine, mainly
Yeah,
because
it went well. Things went well.
Why do you
so.
guys care so much about Mexico?
because Mexico's having viewing parties.
They
and if
had,
they
like,
weren't
a
happy with
viewing
how that
party
shit's
in,
laid
like,
out-
the
Mexico
biggest
City.
Dragon Ball fans.
There's like 10,000.
I'm gonna search Twitter for Mexico.
is where it's
Like
at.
And Dragon Ball
we had
Super.
we had a million man protest
So America
today.
fucking sucks.
They had
It's crazy here in Mexico. They show
They
Dragon Ball
do that
Super
just to
in
watch
giant
Dragon Ball.
screens.
Dragon
America
Ball.
fucking sucks. Okay.
Back it up, back it up.
Right here?
It's crazy here in Mexico. They show Dragon Ball Super in giant screens in bars, man. Fuck, I wish I'd been there, but I was at work. It was a fucking great episode. Dragon Ball for life. Hold up.
Listen to them, R2. They're
Why do
dying.
you put this here?
Dude. This is a bar in Mexico.
This is
Look
a
at
bar in
this.
Mexico.
Look at this, and they're not even watching the late. They're like watching the previews from the last episode, I think.
They're watching the whole episode, dude. They're watching the whole episode right
This is intense.
This is better than sports
Imagine
ball.
being at a fucking viewing party in Mexico right now.
now. I wish I had friends.
We are your friends, idiot.
Well, I mean, more friends to do this.
Does this mean Zamasu is back?
Yeah. Well, we saw Goasu.
Shit, yo. Did we see Goasu at the end of that?
We saw Goasu return with his universe. Yeah.
Oh, we did. I
Yeah.
want to go watch it right now.
Zamas.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it right now. I'm gonna watch it right now. I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing.
I'm going to depart.
Yeah. All right. So let's end it up real quick.
Yeah.
Subs. I don't know what the sub schedule looks like. I don't think anyone else in the room knows the sub schedule off the top of their head. So I don't know. We might be back next week. I might do another episode in the beginning of the week only because of the Facebook Live difficulties. I want to be able to answer people's comments and questions. I might do another mini episode this week just to kind of get through that. I wanted to have that be more of a part of today's episode, but fuck technology!
Chafia.
Ciao, Phil.
Chafia.
Everybody feel good? Everybody okay? Everybody's not going to
I
go
feel
home and kill
tingly.
themselves?
I feel tingly.
You feel tingly because you're going to piss yourself. I get
No,
it.
I don't. No,
different
I don't have
I'm
to go
gonna
potty.
cry. I'm gonna cry. You know, like next Saturday because I'm gonna realize, you know, this.
I'm surprised we didn't get any tears out of you today.
You did a little bit.
Because
Oh,
I
did you?
I didn't know. I was getting there, but I am satisfied with how the episode ended. I am.
She's satisfied. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the Facebook Live feed. Shut the fuck up, Carlton. Make sure you go subscribe
Never heard
on
of
Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify,
Tinder.
YouTube, Grindr, Tinder, wherever. What the
Tumblr.
hell? What am I gonna do with that? Yeah, but you just took it to a whole new level. Don't do that, Brandon.
Yeah,
You just fucking meow through that whole thing.